That's what she actually looks like. The girl in my video today that I was trying to find, she was much like Kamala Harris. Like darn it. I don't know. Kamala Vila? Unless no. Really nice place. Look at it during Christmas. This is my favorite time of the year too. All types of guests can go over because it's so big or what have you. I never knew the vice president had their own house. I always thought it was a room in the White House. What's this here? Please watch your step. Oh, I see what I don't think pizza is very healthy to order. I don't think she orders pizza that much, honestly. I mean, I wonder what Kamala Harris does eat, what her diet is. I think she eats a mixture of stuff. I think she eats like steak and potatoes, like American food sometimes, and then she eats burgers maybe sometimes, but then she eats sometimes like curry and those what stuff like roti and stuff. I think she's very multicultural. Sometimes she even eats fried chicken, and she's from California, so I'm sure she likes a burrito. Has had a burrito and a taco and all the other stuff. I'm sure she even makes all types. I bet she has every single thing. And she eats French food, I bet, like cuisine, like the expensive cuisine, or what do you call it? Luxurious cuisine? They do formal dining, I guess. They have a lot of formal dining, too. Actually, I think they have like private chefs that cater and cook for them. But I don't know. Maybe she does. Maybe they do. She has a husband, too. Maybe he cooks. Or has he's he looks like he likes Italian food, and he looks like he likes his American like barbecue maybe too. What about Korean barbecue? Korean barbecue's good. I think they eat everything. I think they eat everything. Look at this chessboard. This is inside. I love chess. I wonder if Kamala Harris plays, if she knows how to play chess. It isn't too hard. You got the knight, you have the rook, you have the bishop, you have the queen and king, and you have pawns. And then there's sort of some rules to go against the light and the dark and yada yada. I haven't played in a while. I should do some refreshing. I have one. Courtesy of. It's not as nice as that board. Uh, Hysteria. Thank you very much to Hysteria Chess. They were the ones that sent me my chessboard. Actually, what is it? It's not Hysteria Chess. It isn't Listeria either. That's a disease. What's the company that? My chessboard has the felt on the bottom. Sorry, set. The wooden chess pieces with the felt on the bottom is actually a very expensive set. The set, the chessboard, everything you've seen in Kamala Harris's house, that's like a $500, $600 or more chess set. The one I have is about 100. That one might even be even more expensive. That one may be even thousands and thousands of dollars. The one that's in Kamala's, that one could be thousands and thousands of dollars. A very valuable chess set. It's probably an American historic chess set or something. You think, oh well, she makes a lot of money. She could just break it. Well, no, because I learned my lesson with that. I made a lot of money too, and you can spend it and blow it really fast, but then you realize how valuable stuff is after you do some stupid stuff like that. You want it to retain its value. The more you treat the valuable like it's valuable, the more it retains its value. These metal chess sets are very expensive too. When you act flamboyant and throwaway, that's a hit. That's not normality. Normality is treating things like they're precious. That's precious metal. Do you know why it's precious metal? There's only so much of that metal there, and they have to cast it, and it takes a lot of work. You don't understand. There's only so many sets. What if you destroy that set? There's no other set, and the creator or whoever is with that set or that company is going to be mad, and it causes a lot of problems because it gets down to the manufacturer. There's only so many trees that you can cut down. It gets down to that, the resources. It's all about and that's what causes wars. Because if you keep breaking and breaking everything that's valuable, next thing you know, you have nothing, and then you're pestering or causing a problem with some other side that you would have been more than content with your very expensive chessboard. But because you weren't content, you start a war, and lots of people can die from that, and it's going to cost a lot of money and all that. But it won't be the people that you think are going to die. It's going to be yourself for destroying your. You got to really put a lot. You got to hold value to the dollar. It goes back to the value of the dollar. Kamala knows the value of the dollar. She wouldn't have made it to where she is. But then there is that time too. I was in that mood too. I was in that mood big time a couple of years back. I think that's called in Jewish tradition, they call it bar mitzvah. What about? Well, they had their one party when they first got initiated into the White House, and they had that big party with the fireworks and the songs and all that. They had stars there. But one of the other traditions of bar mitzvah, I believe, is to step on the glass, or it might be wedding. I think it might be actually a wedding that they break the glass. Bar mitzvah is more um you and well, it's usually someone specific, and then their peers are also there, are turning a certain age. They're kind of like they're not a kid anymore. They're becoming like a young man, or and et cetera, et cetera. Where are we here? I want to see, but I want to see when they step on the glass. I think that's Opa or something. They say Opa. It's not called Opa, but that's what they say when they step on it. Let me see. Supposedly, it recalls the destruction of temples when the glass is broken. Well, you know that Jerusalem got. Maybe it's when there was that thing that happened in Jerusalem when they destroyed Jerusalem. They had to rebuild it again. It symbols, I guess. Well, they symbolize, I guess, sort of that how the glass was broken, and then there's like this big relationship that comes out of it, even better than the before. They can't stop it, you know. It's an unstoppable sort of relationship. I don't know. It has a lot of different meanings, I guess you can see from it. Or it could be more peaceful. Or it could be more peaceful. You just want to settle down and I don't know what Jerusalem did to get themselves destroyed or what have you. I'm not sure if they did anything. Didn't they say that Jesus was from Jerusalem or something like that? Or I don't know. I did this with Rick Ross's watch, I think. Rick Ross came to see me with a very expensive watch, and I thought he was videoing or something. And I threw it on the ground like that, and I just stomped on it like that. Kind of like glass, like they do with the glass. But it was a very expensive watch. I think it was that Megalodon. It was a Megalodon watch with diamonds on it. Brought it for me, I swear. And I threw it, and I was so because it didn't look like I was nervous, but I still need my tattoo done completely on my hand, and I you put it on my wrist, and I just did that because I thought that would have been a good video. I threw it on the ground and stomped on it. But Rick Ross wasn't videoing, so but I got to learn a lot about Rick Ross and his procedure and his system and all that. Like you had to do it yourself. It wasn't all on Ross, like I thought when I was a kid. You know, Ross, there was no video to come out of me destroying the watch. Well, except this one, but you know, Rose only gets so much. He's rich, but he only has so it made me understand the celebrity because when I was a kid, you think all the celebrities are best friend together, and they are to a certain extent if you want to think they are if there's money in it. But at the same time, they are just like normal people or what have you, and like even if you see Rick Ross, you're not going to be in on a video every single time. I'm not in any Rick Ross videos, and but I've been in the presence of Ross, and I broke one of these diamond watches. And that would have been a great video to go along with it, like, you know, when they smashed the glass. That's how I did it. It would have been I should have got it. Oh, I should have got it on video. But that's the thing. It taught me that nothing you have to do everything yourself if you're not one of those people. Don't think because you don't have everything behind you, you can't do it. You know, you don't need the big film crew. You don't need anybody else. You don't need the investors. Really, it's all on you. People think you have to get signed to be a musician. You don't, or anything like of that nature. Be anything in the world that you want to be. I want one of these really bad. Jesus piece with the diamonds and the gold. And then what happens is when you have these diamonds and the gold and all that, it attracts people that either have diamonds and gold, think you're one of those people that have diamonds and gold, etc. And then you can make better business moves, get huge investments. Oh, this person has um somebody doesn't have the diamond watch. They don't have the diamond Rolex or the tattoos and all that. But Rose does, or StacksAMilli does. So then they want to invest 100,000 into our business so they can get their Rolex, their Audemars, their tattoos, or their house, or their cars, or their. It's a status symbol in business. It's like I'm higher up in business than you are. And if you don't understand business, then you're not supposed to have one of those watches. I think this is a date just. I want one of these as well. I'm big into dates. Uh, every day, yeah, is a big date to me. I'm big into the time. I'm big into the exact day, date, Monday through Sunday. I'm big into the month, big into the year. That's why I like the date just. But you have other ones like the presidential. The presidential date just is really nice. But they're expensive, as you see, $19,999. You really have to become a real success to be the owner of one of these true Rolexes. And don't think because everybody's got one, you so think they do, but they don't. Hold on to your Rolex. You are a very important person.